hold on a minute. Before we talk boxing, did someone tell me we're banned from Saudi Arabia?
Are you joking?
Yes, that's what I've heard.
But I wanted to listen to the fight on Friday.
But we're not allowed to go.
You're joking.
No.
Why?
Simon.
Oh,
Simon's upset them.
damn it. They'll
We
know
can't
when
go.
we'll get to the airport. They'll say, Alan, Gabby for talkSPORT. No, turn around. Cheers, Simon.
Do that accent again, Gab.
Simon. What's he like, Al?
He's got his...
I know, it's terrible.
I can't believe it.
Shocking.
And Sunderland have got the humpers as well.
Why?
I don't know why. Nothing to do with me.
Sunderland?
Yeah, they've got the humpers.
Why?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Simon upset Sunderland?
yes, he's upsetting everyone. He's a new
Al,
Adrian Dunham.
when he gets in, we've got to sort him out. Simon, come on.
Can the AJ revival continue this weekend?
AJ Anthony Joshua.
This fight is my everything, my soul, my spirit, my mind, my body. Right now, I'm not thinking about any championship belts.
I'm just a beginner out here that's going to come as an underdog to win the fight.
Ngannou's no mug. Got to be careful against this guy. You know, you can't just rush in because he's going to throw with you.
This is AJ's hottest fight of all his fights. It's the unknown.
Big right hand down from Joshua, and down goes Selenius. Victor Lachlan waves his arms, and the fight is over.
Oh! Fury's down! Oh my Fury God. Is down! Has just happened.
My God.
Losing against Ngannou, it would be a big step back and possibly the end of his career, really.
I heard that he doesn't have a chin. I don't know if it's true or not. I hope I had an opportunity to test that out.
You have to take someone's soul, you have to take their spirit. And I'm looking forward to the challenge for sure. I just want to conquer it and make everyone know that I'm the one who puts boxing on the map.
I tell you what, Spencer Oliver fancies Ngannou's chances here, by the way. AJ faces a stiff test this weekend against former MMA star turned respected boxer Ngannou. The pair meet tomorrow night in Riyadh. I'd love to go there. I can't believe it. What happens if you're on your way to Dubai and there's a sandstorm, you get diverted to Riyadh, you get nicked? You and me will get nicked.
Yeah, could they see our talkSPORT pass?
I know, it's a joke.
They'd divert us again.
For more on this big fight, we're joined by head of Queensbury Promotion, who might be able to help us out, Frank Warren. Morning, Frank.
Good morning, Frank.
Morning, Alan. How are you, fellas?
We're
All
good,
good,
but
mate.
I'm just dismayed. I heard we're banned from Saudi. We can't go thanks to Mr. Jordan.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if you're banned. He's put all this stuff it keeps being said and bandied about, but it is what it is, mate. Unfortunately, some of the things that were said didn't go down well, and it's beyond me to be able to fix it.
Come on, Frank, you can fix anything. Come on.
Well, listen. I'm not even going to mention the fella's name. I may have fixed it because he's a bit of a dog. But anyway, I can't be fixing it, unfortunately, for you fellas.
Frank, what about the fight then? Spencer Oliver thinks AJ's got to be careful here. If he keeps swinging, this guy will swing back and catch him.
Well, he has. I mean, this fella he showed last time out. I mean, look, the sort of nub of it is that you've got a guy who has had a real tough life coming from Africa, working years old in a mine and made his way to Europe, sleeping on the streets, starving, hungry, and at the end of the day decided he wanted to be a boxer, but changed his mind and become a UFC fighter, and then became the best of all of them, lineal heavyweight champion. And that's what I never got when he was fighting Tyson, that people were sort of dismissing him like he was some YouTube fighter or an influencer. He's a fighting man. He's got a fighting heart. And he obviously, as we all know, wound up giving Tyson a tough fight. And what surprised me on the night was that he actually could box. He shaped up like a boxer. Normally these MMA guys stand squarish, but he didn't. He shaped up well. Not only did he shape up well, he was a switch hitter going from orthodox to southpaw. So, he's done very, very well. And I think he would have beaten on that night some of the guys in the top 10. So he's got AJ now. AJ's taken his fight, and I think it's all jeopardy for him. I think in some ways, it's a no-win situation. If he gets beat, it'd probably be the end of him at this level. And if he wins, a lot of people say, well, he beat this guy who's an MMA fighter. But as I say, he can fight. And if he catches AJ, he will definitely hurt him. There's no doubt about that. If he does get caught, AJ, it's how he responds.
Yeah.
Is he going to back foot? Is he going to stand and trade with him? Because he's a dangerous man. And
Frank, what I see from Ngannou as well is, like you says, his story, what he's been through, and he doesn't look like the sort of guy that's just in it for a couple of fights and I'll give it a go. He looks like he wants to be here for many fights, boxing. And is it dangerous as well for AJ now that he's had 5 months from the Fury fight to be doing boxing every day, getting better and better at the actual boxing?
Well, that again. I mean, that's it's a real valid point you make. Is after the fight with Tyson, which he done well. What's he learned from it? Has he improved? He's got a very good trainer, Dewey, his trainer, very very good trainer. So, I think he will have improved, and I think he'll be a bit more confident because he fought the lineal champion, had him on the floor, so he's going to be more confident. And AJ had a good win last time out. He sort of re-established himself after falling. He had a good night in the ring. He can't afford, as I say, to look bad or get caught. But he's got to be top of his game. And I don't think he should be fighting. He can't have this fella coming at him on the front foot. He's got to keep him on the back foot. And to do that, he's got to keep it long. He don't want to be infighting. He wants to keep it on the end of his jab and let his right hand go. Has he got the concentration to do that solidly for the 10 rounds?
Yeah. Frank, I've got to ask you, Tyson, how is he? They tell me he's in good shape, and how's the cut?
The cut's healing. We had some breakfast yesterday, had a big chat. He came to the press conference as well last night. He's in good form. He was obviously very, very disappointed, but I've got to tell you, it's the best shape I've ever seen him in. He's in tremendous shape, and he's very philosophical about what happened, and he's one of those guys that, right, that's happened, let's move on to the next one. And he's just looking forward now to May the 18th here again in Riyadh for the fight with Usyk. And that's going to be a cracker. It's this fight. It's the biggest fight of the 21st century, there's no doubt about that. A massive fight. And all these heavyweight fights are going on, and there's another great one on the card as well, between Zhang, who beat Joe Joyce, stopped Joe Joyce twice, and Joe Parker, who's on a bit of a roll, had 4 good wins. That all these guys are jockeying for position to be there to fight the winner of this fight, the 18th. So it's exciting times. And the thing about it, the carrot for all of them, they're getting so well paid.
Yes.
They're getting well paid. Ngannou actually said he's earned more out the last fight than he did in his whole UFC career.
Yeah.
You know what it's like as well, Frank, though? You see, he's had a great payday. We'll get another one for the AJ fight. He's going to want to continue that, isn't he? Like you says there.
Of course. I mean, it's a massive incentive, a massive incentive for anybody. And all these guys out here, they're all having the time of their lives. I mean, you see them, they're all smiling all the time. But they're all in fights. There's no gimmies here. They're all in good fights. Young Nick Ball's stepping up to fight a guy for the featherweight title, the best featherweight in the world, Ray Vargas. Nick's undefeated. He's fighting a guy who's got to be a good 7 to 8 inches taller than him.
Ooh.
Oh. So I wanted to ask you quickly, Frank, about the words between Ngannou and Fury. What's that beef like, and does Fury still want a bit more of him in the future?
Well, the night before we was at His Excellency's house, and we went there for dinner. And before that, all of them came into. All the fighters were in the room. So Tyson was there, AJ was there, Ngannou was there. And then, I'm not telling stories out of school now because it's all been someone's leaked it all. But Tyson was unhappy about some of the things that Ngannou had said about him. I think he mentioned words like coward and that, and Tyson basically launched into him, and it carried on. It carried on at the press conference. But listen, if Ngannou wins, if he wins, I'll tell you something, that will be some return match because Tyson's got the real needle with him. There's no.
Frank, before you go, what sort of result are you looking for at Anfield on Sunday? City go there, Liverpool City. What do you want to happen?
What do I want to happen? A draw.
Yeah.
A draw would do us, and we're flying at the moment. I'll tell you something, if we get a striker, we'll be dangerous.
Well, they're now saying all this talk, you need a striker. Look at the goals.
Goal difference is frightening.
We don't need a striker. Amazing.
30, is it 35 goals in 5 games or 6 games?
It's going to be a great finish. There's no doubt about it. And Sunday's a great game, but Arsenal can't slip up. They've got to beat Brentford.
No, everybody's
and go top of the table.
That's why it's such an exciting finish this season. I mean, everybody's got to win, and obviously, I think it's got to be probably about the most exciting Premiership for probably the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Agreed.
Well, Frank, put a word in for us with His Excellency. You know, I don't like being banned from anywhere.
No problem with you two. You're really welcome. In fact, you want to jump out on a plane and come out here, we'll look after you. Don't worry about it.
Cheers,
nice
Frank.
One, Frank. Thank you.